Meet Ron. Ron worked at a Tier 1 automotive metal stamper that had 3 tri-axis transfer presses that were at max capacity. The plant was in chaos, working 3 shifts 7 days a week, and they couldn't fulfill their part orders on time. As you can imagine, this did not please their customers, and the stressful working conditions resulted in some of their best people seeking employment elsewhere. In addition to dealing with unhappy customers, the plant was struggling to keep profits up, paying a lot of overtime, and had virtually no time for routine maintenance. This inevitably caused new equipment issues, resulting in more downtime, making the situation perpetually worse. As many of you know, this is all too common in metal stamping. In an effort to solve the capacity problems, they purchased a new transfer rail system and upgraded controls for one of their transfer presses. The hope was that the new equipment upgrades would help make existing jobs run faster, allowing them to meet their order deadlines and provide time for the routine maintenance they need to keep things running smoothly. Unfortunately, this didn't help employee morale, and they were still using unoptimized transfer recipes. They did their best to get more out of the new equipment, but sadly didn't see the gains they had hoped for. Ron knew he had to do something, but he didn't have the authority or support yet to make the needed changes. What could he do? Ron discovered a company called T-Sim Solutions, and they were supposedly experts in optimizing tri-axis transfers, so he decided to reach out to see if they could be the answer he was looking for. Ron had an initial meeting with T-Sim and he explained the situation. T-Sim said, "Of course we could optimize the jobs in the press, but it will be faster and more effective if you optimize them yourself using T-Sim software." At first, Ron was hesitant because his background was more in CNC, not with the CAD, but T-Sim assured him there was nothing to fear. "We will train you on the CAD." You know the people, preferences, and the equipment. Learning the CAD is the easy part. Ron felt reassured and proposed the idea to his superior. He got approval to purchase a T-Sim software license and started his online training right away. After the training program, Ron worked with his T-Sim customer success manager to review and refine his first few projects to optimize the transfer recipes. Next, he met with each department involved in production and he made a commitment to them. "If you work with me, I'll guarantee we are not going to take the same downtime for the same issue 2 weeks in a row. If you have an event that causes downtime, you come to me and I promise that we're going to figure out a way to solve it so it doesn't happen again." The first few projects went better than expected, and some significant capacity was opened up in the press. This convinced those team members that were skeptical that they were really onto something. From this experience, Ron realized this was not a one-man show, and that he needed the support from each department to ensure that they would have continued success. He enlisted key players from each of the 3 departments and brought them together to form an optimization team, the T-Sim team. This team worked together project by project to solve the issues regardless of which department had to do the work. If production was having an issue loading a die, the die shop would jump in to help. If maintenance needed some press time to get some routine maintenance done, production would make the time so they could do it. They were working as a single unit with a common goal: increased productivity. Keep solving problems until we reach the T-Sim capable SPM or until it doesn't make sense anymore. Ron's story doesn't have to be unique. It can be replicated. Ron did a great job inspiring his team to not settle for good enough. They kept asking what if until they determined the cost to fix something did not justify the expense to get it done. You can do this too. TSIM was the tool that gave Ron and his team the precise data they needed to make an informed decision each time they encountered a new bottleneck. You can use TSIM in the same way. Some stampers launch jobs, get to their quoted production rate, and they stop. They're happy, successful launch, right? Well, it may be a successful launch, but why leave money on the table? Be like Ron and his team and keep pushing. Results don't lie. 75 jobs and 2 years later, the existing projects have been optimized. Most stayed in the original equipment. Some jobs moved to different presses that were a better fit, and there were a handful of jobs that were completely retooled because they knew they could double their production rates. It was an easy decision. The jobs run smooth and steady at higher rates than ever before, but there's more to the story than that. What started out as a project to optimize existing tools for the production department ended up positively impacting people in nearly every department in the plant. The plant eliminated an entire shift and only works 40 hours a week. They even get some Fridays off. Plant employees are happy, excited to be on a winning team, and most importantly, the chaos is gone. Salespeople are happy because they're selling new jobs to fill the open capacity. Maintenance is happy because equipment is running smoother and they have plenty of time to do preventative maintenance. Management is happy because their plant is now the highest producing and most profitable plant worldwide. And Ron is happy because all of his hard work paid off and he is now the assistant plant manager. Way to go, Ron! I asked Ron what they do with all their free time, and he shows me a picture of an extremely well-engineered grilling system that their die department custom built, and it requires a forklift to move, but it cooks for 660 people. Ron was an exceptional leader who utilized TSIM software to provide the critical data each step of the way. The team could look at the data, egos aside, and make the best decision for the plant's overall success. If your plant is struggling with capacity issues or you work in chaos, don't keep doing the same thing you've always done and hope for someone else to fix the problems. Be like Ron. Get TSIM software, build a TSIM team, and take it job by job.